The strange thing was not that Ada got married. The strange thing was that she didn't smile. You see, Ada was known for her smile. A real one. White, full of teeth, the kind that made people feel warm. But on the day of her wedding, her mouth stayed straight. Not a single smile. Not even when they placed the coral beads on her neck. Not even when the talking drum beat loudly for her. Everyone noticed. Some whispered. Some looked away. But I saw it all. I was sitting on a wooden bench, close to her aunties. I saw her eyes. They were empty. My name is Nana. I was her neighbor. We grew up together. We used to play 10-10 and fetch water from the stream. She would laugh when the bucket spilled, and I would chase after her with wet feet. She was happy then. Really happy. But that changed. It didn't happen all at once. It started small. She stopped coming out to play. Then she stopped talking much. Then she started sitting alone by the tree, looking into the air like she was waiting for something or someone. The elders said she had become a woman and needed to behave. But I knew Ada. Something was not right. The man she married came from another village. He was tall, quiet, and rich. People said Ada was lucky. They said she won the prize. But I didn't see a prize. I saw a cage. And on her wedding day, when she didn't smile, not even once, I knew her heart was not there. That was the day I decided to find out what really happened. Because Ada was not the kind of girl to go quiet for no reason. And love, real love, should never make you sad. I started asking questions 2 days after the wedding. Not loud questions, just small ones. Ada didn't smile on her wedding day, I told Mama when we were cooking yam. She was tired, Mama said quickly. It's not easy to become a wife. But I knew tiredness. I had seen it on farmers' faces. Ada didn't look tired. She looked sad. So I asked her younger brother, Obi. He was 10, with big eyes like a bush baby. I found him picking mangoes behind their hut. Why was your sister not happy at her wedding? He looked around, then leaned close. Because she didn't want to marry that man, he said. I felt my heart jump. Why not? She loves someone else, he whispered. But Mama said that one is poor. Poor. That word again. I hated it. In our village, people acted like being poor meant you were not good enough to be loved. Who was it? I asked. But Obi just shook his head and ran away. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Ada. I remembered how her face used to light up when she saw Chike, the boy who carved animals out of wood. He didn't have much, but he made beautiful things with his hands. He used to bring her tiny birds and lions made from soft wood. Could it be Chike? The next day, I went to the back of the village, where Chike's mother sold firewood. I saw him sitting under a mango tree, carving as usual. Did something happen between you and Ada? I asked. He didn't stop carving. His hands kept moving. But I saw his eyes. They were red. I told her to wait, he said softly. I told her I would save enough. But her parents said I was dreaming. Then he looked at me. She didn't even get to say goodbye. That's when I knew. This wasn't just about a sad wedding. It was about love. A real one. But no one in the village wanted to hear that kind of story. Not if it didn't come with money. The next Sunday, something strange happened. I went to the river early to fetch water. I like going before the sun gets too hot. As I got closer, I heard voices. Not loud, but soft like whispers. I hid behind a tree. It was Ada. And Chike. She was standing in front of him, holding something in her hand. It looked like one of his wooden birds. I shouldn't be here, Ada said. You already are, Jack answered. They didn't see me. I was quiet like a lizard. I wanted to tell you goodbye, she said. But everything happened so fast. I waited, he said. Every day. I waited for you to fight for us. Ada looked down. I was scared. My parents were shouting. My mother cried every day, saying I was wasting my beauty. My father said he needed to show the other families that he still had power. Power to sell your heart. Jack asked. She didn't answer. But I saw tears in her eyes. I still love you, he said. She turned to leave. It's too late now. I watched as she walked away. Jack stood there, holding nothing. I wanted to run out and say something, anything. But I stayed quiet. That was the day I knew their love didn't die. It was still alive. But it was hidden, like a seed buried under heavy stones. In small villages, secrets don't stay secrets. 3 days after I saw Ada and Jack at the river, the whispers began. It started with Madame F at the palm oil shop. I heard her talking to a woman from the next village. They say Ada still sees her old lover, Madame F said. After wedding that rich man. I dropped my money by mistake when I heard that. She didn't see me. Before sunset, almost everyone knew. By the next day, Ada's new husband heard too. They said he stormed into her family's house, shouting and shaking like thunder. People said he slapped her. Others said he threw her things outside. No one really knew. But everyone had a story. Ada didn't come out for 3 days. Her mother said she was sick, but I knew it was something worse than a fever. She was broken. Her brother, Obi, came to me in secret. They want to send her away, he said. Her husband says she's shameful. But she didn't do anything wrong. I said. Try telling the elders that, Obi answered. I felt angry. I felt small. I wanted to fix everything, but I didn't know how. In the village, love without money is like a bird with broken wings. It may still be alive, but it can't fly. The rain came suddenly that evening. Big drops, loud thunder. I saw Ada running through the market square. She wasn't wearing shoes. She had a small bag tied in cloth. People stood under their roofs and watched. But no one stopped her. I followed her. I didn't care about the rain. She ran past the school, past the big tree, all the way to the road that led to the bush path. I caught up with her near the cassava farm. Ada! I shouted. She turned around, her hair soaked, face tired. Where are you going? I asked. I don't know, she said. Anywhere that's not here. I didn't know what to say. I tried to do what they wanted, she said. I wore the beads. I cooked the soups. I sat beside a man I didn't love. And now they still call me wicked. Ada. She stopped me. Tell Obi I'm okay. Tell him I just want to breathe. And then she ran. I watched her disappear into the trees, like a shadow becoming part of the land. That was the last time I saw her for a long time. But the story wasn't over yet. Not even close. Months passed. People moved on, as they always do. New gossip came. New weddings. New babies. But sometimes, I still look toward the bush path, hoping to see Ada come back. One day, a letter came to our village. It was addressed to Obi. He brought it to me, his eyes wide with wonder. It's from Ada, he said. We sat under the mango tree and opened it. She wrote about her journey. How she walked for hours and found work in a small town. She stayed with a kind woman who sold bread. She swept, cleaned, and helped bake. She was learning to make money, little by little. I'm not rich, she wrote, but I'm breathing again. And I smile now. I smiled too when I read that line. At the end of the letter, she said something special. Tell Chuck that I still carry the bird in my bag. It reminds me that love is real even when the world doesn't believe it. Obi looked at me. Do you think she'll come back? I nodded slowly. One day. But not the same way she left. A whole year passed before we saw her again. She walked into the village during the dry season, holding a small bag and wearing simple clothes. But she was different now. Stronger. She went straight to her family's house. Some people stared. Some whispered. But she walked with her head high. Her father didn't speak much. But her mother cried and hugged her. And then, quietly, she walked to Chag's house. They say they talked for hours under the mango tree. I didn't go there. I didn't need to. I just sat on my bench and watched from afar. Later that week, I saw them walking together, no beads, no music, no big celebration. Just two people side by side. She was smiling. For the first time in a long time. Not because she had to. But because she wanted to. And that smile, the one Eddie gave freely, was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen.